Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Football Manager 2023 as we continue our Road to Glory run with Banbury United F.C. in the Vanarama National League. Or are they? I apparently did my math wrong, and let's see if I can jump in quick. We won the league. We just had the trophy celebration. I tried to get back in here before it all finished, but it happened fast. We still have like 5 games left. I don't know. Maybe, I guess... Colchester obviously lost their game. But I still thought there was one more game. I thought this next one was only going to put them 12 points behind with 4 games left, which means that they still had a chance to get in there. But I must have missed something somewhere. We just went out beat Southend 2-1. And there you go. I mean, that's it. That's all she wrote. This is not the formation we started with. We started with the attacking midfielder formation. We just put this one on like the last 15 minutes of the game just to kind of hold on to a 2-0 lead. They did get one back off of a free kick, but in actual run of play, they didn't get anything. So that was good to see. But yeah, we held on. We've won the league. I cannot believe it. We finally won the Vanarama National League. And yeah, that is an extremely good victory. Thank you guys. I mean, we'll definitely tell Jones he did it. Oh, sorry, go back. We'll definitely tell Jones he did a great job. We'll definitely tell Harkin he did a great job. He came on as a sub and scored a goal right away, which was amazing. Also, I do want to call out that Rico Brown here. I mean, he's only on 6.9 right now, but he's been playing pretty well. He's a new central defender that we picked up, looking pretty decent overall. So I'm pretty happy with that. So did they lose? I guess they lost, right? No, they drew. So that puts us 13 points clear. Okay, no, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. I was in my head, I was just assuming they would win, and that would put them 12 points behind. I did not even consider the fact that they would lose or draw. So yeah, I should have come back in this game. I apologize, guys, for that. We could have showed you this exciting game against Southend where we won the league. Well, there you go. I mean, it happened. Harry Brook training really, really well. Good to see that from him. Club needs to discuss some... Yeah, finally, yes, we have to become professional. Yes, that's a great idea. No, let's not. How many times have I asked for this? We absolutely need to go professional. Please, I can finally start developing my youngsters, which is good because I will show you something in a moment. I have been picking up some youngsters. We got the announcement for all of the youngsters that got released from the Premier League teams. I went out and put all of them on trial. There was probably about 5 or 6 that looked like they would be worth giving a little bit more of a chance. How's our finances actually looking? I mean, it's almost double what we're currently spending on finances. I mean, the transfer budget's not much, but you know, it is what it is. The best thing we can do is we just got to survive this next season, right? We've got to survive. Man, it feels so good to finally win this thing. Richie played well. Harkin plays well. I mean, we've got to figure out which of these players is actually going to be able to stick around for another season, which is going to be crazy. Oh, we pulled it off. I'm so happy. Oh, I was so afraid that this was just going to end crazy at the end. And we are turning professional next year, which is awesome. We finally, like I said, can start training these guys. But as far as transfers, let me go look at that real quick because what else are we going to show you in this episode? And we'll show you, I'll probably go through this a little bit and then we'll probably we'll show the last game of the season just to kind of whatever. But here's all the guys that I was looking at. We got 3 of them from Man City, a couple from Liverpool, and 1 from Chelsea. I mean, they're in some positions maybe that, I don't know. Do we need them in these positions or not? I don't know. We just grabbing some people, paying them fairly little wages. Truth be told, I messed this one up. I paid him more than I meant to. Obviously, he immediately accepted. Whatever, it's fine. Even some of these other ones, we probably could have dropped their wage quite a bit and still picked them up. But the reason I grabbed these guys is because these guys all have 5-star potential, and they're already at least 2 stars, and I think in just about every case. 2.5 stars, 5-star potential. 2 stars, 4.5-star potential, so maybe a little bit lower on him, which is fine. Maybe he's one that wasn't going to work out quite as well. We'll see. We're actually paying him the least. 2.5 stars, 5-star potential. Jim Moore over here, 2 stars, 5-star potential, can play all across the front. Could actually play as a defender, apparently. And then Rob here can play as a striker, 2.5 stars, 5-star potential. Lots of guys with lots of potential. And now that we can actually go pro, maybe we can actually develop these guys into something that, even if we don't use them for ourselves, what we need to start doing is start planning on guys that we can get on a free, because all these guys are on a free, that we can sell on for a profit down the road. That is really, really what we need to do. So that is our long-term goal for this. And that's the reason why we're picking up a bunch of these youngsters. And again, now that we are finally about to be pro, we can actually start doing some training, which is awesome. As far as anything else going on, it's really funny that supporters still want to give me a C+. What more do y'all want? I mean, I get that they're more disappointed with actual player kind of performance than anything, whereas the board cares more about like, what are we doing most of the time? But obviously the board is extremely happy with me. But yeah, we need to take a look at our squad. And I'm kind of doing this a little bit early. I usually don't do this until after the last game, which we'll get into it here in just a minute, like I said. But we need to take a look at our squad. I'm going to go ahead and play through some of these younger guys, some of these guys that are lower down. We're going to do a lot of rotation for the rest of the season, because at this point, I just want to see, I want to give some of these guys that maybe have struggled through the rest of the season. Honestly, anybody that's below a 6.8, we're probably going to give them a chance in this last few games, just to see if they could pick anything up and prove to me that they deserve to stick around. Specifically guys that have at least probably 4-star potential. Maybe we'll go down as far as 3.5 stars for like Ackroyd here. I don't know. Although Ackroyd has actually played well enough to stick around, I think. What's his average rating? 6.9. Yeah, he's good enough to stick around at least a little bit longer. But we also need to see who we need to sell on. I mean, obviously we know Salisbury's worth a lot. Goddard's worth a lot, but these guys are our loanies in, right? Price, I don't know. Overall average rating. Who do we have that's worth a lot? I mean, that guy that Rico Brown that we just picked up is worth a lot of money. I wouldn't mind extending Salisbury into next year if we can. I don't know that they'll let us do that. But just because he's 4-star at our level doesn't mean he's going to be 4-star at, championship level? Is that where Preston is right now? Where is Preston? Why can't I see? Wouldn't it be on here somewhere? Here it is. We'll just come down here. Yeah, they're in the championship. They're in 21st position in the championship, but they are in the championship at the moment. So they might actually get relegated. They got a couple more games left. There's a chance they could get relegated. But even still, League One, he may not be a League One player. You know, he might be lower than that. So they might still send him out on loan to us, give us another chance to have him for another year. We shall see. But yeah, I got some work to do. We definitely have to get the squad quite a bit better than they are. Now, we have a lot of potential in the squad. Look at all these 5-star players we have in the squad potential. Now, again, 3 of them are on loans, but there are several, 3 or 4 of them that are ours. Several that are 4.5-star. That's pretty good. Several 4-star players that we can kind of stick around and kind of build up. We'll see what we can do. I don't know. I honestly don't know what's going to look like going into this next season. It's not going to be easy. This next season is going to be one of our hardest yet. Going from non-league play to league play is a massive step up, and the finances just aren't drastically there. We're just now mid-table on the finances of this league. Like we were if you doubled our current salaries, that puts us around the middle of the Vanarama National League, let alone anything in the actual League 2 play. So, all right, like I said, I'm going to go away. I'm going to play some of these guys that have not done super well, give them a chance to prove themselves over these last few games, and we'll probably come back for the York game, and then we'll take another look at kind of the state of things. So I'll be back in a moment. All right, I brought you back just because this is just fascinating, even if it doesn't mean much. But we won the Under-18s League as well, which is kind of crazy. I mean, I don't know how to explain that. Like, it's not always that if you're a really good team, you're going to have a really good Under-18s team, in general. I wouldn't say I should rephrase that. If you are a really good club as opposed to team, if the differentiation there, I would say, is we could be a good team and win the league, but be a poor club that's got poor training, poor facilities, poor youth league, all that. Just not a good club, put together a good team, win the league, all as well. You can have a really good club that can do the opposite and have not a good team on the field, but at least they can generate good players. They got good training. They got, money coming in, whatever. So that's my differentiation there. We may be a good team. I wouldn't say that we're a good club, which is why this is surprising to me that our under-18s actually did well. I don't think we have a very good under-18 squad, but apparently we do. I mean, we have a better squad than I expected, or at the very least, a lot of these other teams do not. So thought that was kind of interesting. Again, means nothing, but is a little bit fascinating. It looks like one of those youngsters is going to go ahead and sign for us. We'll go ahead and bring him in here. 140 pounds per week going into this next league is pretty much a bargain. Whether we use him or send him out on loan to try to develop him up to sell him on for more than a $0 fee, we will find out. But we'll be back, like I said, once we play some more games. All right, we are back for our game against York. And actually, I need to come back over to the schedule so you guys can see what we did there. We did end up winning against Gateshead. We actually got a 4-1 victory there. Number 5 Gateshead at the time. We had a hat trick from Vickers in the striker role. So for again, a bunch of players who I put in a bunch of players that are not playing well this season. So you can almost call this a rotation, if you will, to see if they could kind of step up and play better. Vickers trying to make a case for him sticking around a bit longer. We then went against Torquay, who was 10th ranked in the league. Did 0 changes from the previous game, and somehow these guys just went out and laid a goose egg, didn't do anything. I mean, it's disappointing, but at the end of the day, we don't care. We're only seeing how these guys perform. A couple guys did perform well. Rico Brown, new center back, and Wakely obviously performing well, so that's good to see there. We then went out against Carlisle, lost in this game as well, but Vickers picking up another goal. So good to see from Vickers in this one. Again, 4 goals in 3 games. That's not bad for a player we haven't really given much time over the course of the season. So again, another player who is trying to make a case for him sticking around. He's only got 4-star potential, but maybe it's good enough for now. Maybe we can turn around and sell him on later. Who knows? We'll see what we can do with him. But today we're playing York. Again, no changes to the team from anything else. I don't think. Maybe the bench. That's about it. But we got Blair and goal, Harrington on the left, Clark on the right, Brown and Wakely in the middle, Ackroyd and Brook in the midfield. Truth be told, neither one of them has played especially well the entire season. So they both kind of need to pick themselves up a bit. We got Price on the left wing, Cooper on the right wing, Gilsonen in the central shadow striker role, I should say. He's actually played really well over the few games that we have seen him. And of course, Vickers also playing pretty well. So a couple guys looking like they're proving that they want to stick around. A few guys proving that they need to move on. So that's kind of where we're at. But let's go ahead and get into this next game and see if we can get at least some good result against York here. And then we will go over what the team's going to look like for next season. It's going to be this is crazy. This is one of the most important transfer sessions that we can do probably, because the step up from non-league to league, going from semi-pro to pro. I mean, this is probably the biggest change we're going to see. Even going from League 2 to League 1, or League 1 to Championship, or Championship to Premier League. I mean, don't get me wrong; those are all in their own right big steps, but I would say this is probably one of the biggest steps that we could take, again, because of all the changes, specifically going professional. So good news is if we do get relegated back down, being that we will be professional, I give us a good chance to come back up again, maybe with a stronger team at that point. So it's not the end of the world if we get relegated, but I really, really hope we can stick at least one season in there. If we can just make it for one season, avoid relegation. And the good thing is that we'll be avoiding relegation against a bunch of teams that just got recently promoted, most likely from the Vanarama National League, right? We'll be playing. There's a good chance the team that comes up from the playoffs will be down there in the relegation zone, unless they're just really good, which is always possible. There's also a good chance that the teams from last season, things like that, might be down there if they haven't been able to establish themselves. So always a good chance that we could hold up our own against whatever teams are in that relegation zone. We shall see. There's Clark picking up the ball. Gets just completely stomped on. That's really bad to see. Wow. Is he going to be okay? I mean, he's okay for the moment. Corner kick coming in from York. We probably need to get Clark out of here in a minute. We'll see if we can make it to halftime. I mean, he's looking okay for the moment. Unless this just hasn't updated for some reason. He might be able to stick around for a little bit longer. All right. Come on, guys. Again, this is the team. This is the group of players that we need to see good efforts from. You're playing for your spots next season. I mean, it's just we've got to find something from these guys. All right, I'll bring Jones in here. Everybody else can kind of stick around for now. Looks like Vickers is not playing especially well today. There's a throw in coming in from Jones. Jones into Brook. Brook gets it across. Ackroyd's there. What a go from Ackroyd. He's trying to make a statement for sticking around here for a little bit longer. I mean, his potential ability is not great, but it's good to have at least a couple relatively solid players. Maybe not like star players, but players that we can at least count on. I mean, I'm not counting on him to get goals a lot, but it's a good way to make a statement. I guess Brook got the assist on that. I wasn't paying attention to that part of it. I think Brooke has some potential. I think Brooke has a lot of potential, and I want to see him hopefully stick around. He's up to 4 stars as well. I mean, at the end of the day, though, we could also sell him on for, I don't know if we'll get 250K for him or 130K from Aykroyd, but you never know. Let's go ahead and get Vickers out of there. Or nope, we'll get Cooper out. Cooper is trying to make a statement that he actually made it very publicly known to the press that he feels very done wrong. He feels like he should get more game time, all this stuff. I would kind of disagree. In fact, if we can get anywhere close to 50K for that guy, we will take that in a heartbeat, because I don't think he's proven himself very well this season. All right, last sub of the game, and it will be our striker. It looks like he's just not played well today. Do we want to bring Goddard on as a striker? Well, you know what? I don't care about Goddard. He's a loanee. He was mostly on the bench just because. We'll bring Brown out. We'll bring McAvoy in here. Give him some time here. And see if we can finish off this game. I don't really care about the result, but it would look good to end on a win in front of our home fans after winning the championship. Good job. If that guy had hit it any harder, it would have been an easy go for them. Oh, good takeaway by Price. Price gets it up. Vickers in the area, not able to get on that one. Jonas down to Gilson. Vickers with the ball, though. Good attempt. You know what? Good credit. Oh, he was offsides? He was offsides. Okay. I was going to say, look, I mean, goalkeeper made a good save there, but at the end of the day, it didn't matter. Brooke with the ball. Gets it up to Jones. Jones back to Brooke. Brooke gets it up to, tries to get it to Vickers. Not able to get it to him, unfortunately. And here they come on the counter-attack. Easy go for them. Easy go for them. I mean, goalkeeper is one area that I think Blair will make an okay backup. I don't think he'll make a good starter for us in the next league up. I could be wrong, but I just feel like he has made a lot of mistakes this season. And he's definitely, I mean, he's going to make more mistakes against the next teams up if he's making mistakes at this level. We did just bring on a youngster, 17, 18-year-old, something like that, who's got a lot of potential. I can't imagine he'll be ready to take over for Blair, at the beginning of the season or anything like that. Oh, Gilsonen picking up the follow through. Good job, Gilsonen. I've liked a little bit of what I've seen from him. I mean, he's not been amazing, but I've liked a few things that we've seen from him. So hopefully he can continue to do what he needs to do. These guys that have 4-star potential, those are going to be like our kind of squad players, I think, at the next level. We still need to bring some guys in probably over the top of a lot of those guys. The guys that have 5-star potential, those are the guys that we can groom up to being good starters. But who knows how long it's going to take us to get there. Again, it's going to take us a lot less time now that we can actually do some training. But our training facilities aren't necessarily great just because we have them, right? Just because we're using them 5 days a week, 4 days a week, whatever it is, doesn't mean they're going to be good training facilities. So it's still something to look for us to kind of work towards. Wow. Okay, Gilsonen says, hey, boss, I really want to be here next year. Watch this. That was a shot. That was a really good shot. Do I expect that from him all the time? No. I mean, what's his finishing? Yeah, 6 is finishing is terrible. Long shots is 6. I mean, he just got lucky. Honestly, he's not good in that respect. That's not what he's here for. There's Brooke with the ball. Gets it up to Jones. By the way, for next season, we're probably going to play some variation of the defensive midfielder formation for our primary. We might, sneak in the attacking midfielder one from time to time, but I think we're going to have to play a little bit more defensive minded. So we're probably going to do that. Not necessarily the one we've got currently plugged in. I just grabbed one off of FM base or whatever like that looked like it was good. But it's more of an attacking formation. I'm not sure if I want to go that high up. So we may adjust some instructions, do some things. We'll see what we can do. But again, going back to the idea that we are pro and we can train more, it does mean that the fact that we can put some complicated instructions on our formations, the team will actually be able to practice those instructions and have a good chance of success with those. Wow. We had a chance to win this game here at the end. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Was that? I thought they had 2 already. My brain was forgetting where they were at, I guess. Or is it just 3-2 now? Okay. That's what I get for just talking the entire time, not paying attention. All right, now we're still good. We still got the win. Good job, guys. Good job, team. Way to end the season. Way to give our fans a good show here at the end. Couple guys, Brooke, Gilsonen, Aykroyd, showing up, making some good decisions there, and doing some good stuff for us. Really, really happy to see that. No, I'm not going to tell them not to be complacent. The last game of the season, who cares? They're going to go away from the summer. I mean, what kind of complacency are you going to have over the summer? I mean, end all be all. Wow, Boreham Wood whooped up on Colchester. I guess Colchester just kind of gave up. I mean, they're in the playoffs, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But wow. But now we won the league by 9 points with a 14 point goal differential. That is really, really, really good. Really good stuff from the teams. Really happy to see that. Morgan Clark injured. That's fine. We'll be all right. Jones set for a pay increase. A lot of these guys might get some pay increases coming into the next league up. I did put a few. I mean, the way I was trying to, I tried to reduce as much as I could. But if you guys do have contract stuff that gives them a pay increase by getting promoted, it's not too bad, thankfully. And a lot of these guys are already on just low payments anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. But we do have to take that into account for our finances for next season. I'm hoping the finances they gave us were just preliminary, and then once we actually finally end the season, they'll give us something more. But I'm not holding my breath about that. We just don't have much money in the bank, right? So there's not much here to hope for. If we go look at the league up, actually, let's see. Go look at the league up. If we go look at their team detailed and their salaries. I mean, the low end salary is the top end for the league we just came from. We're at £380,000 per week, I think, or something like that. Or £380,000 for the year, I guess, is what it is. Yeah, we can't even touch these guys. We've got to get more finances in order to even stand a chance. Let's actually go look at ours for sure. Oh, we actually dropped down because of some players and some things moved around. 347. We are dead last, won the league. Dead last. That has to change. I mean, South End at 2.32 million. They're spending as much. They're spending more than Chesterfield from the next league up. What is going on with that? They're spending. I mean, they'd be at the bottom here of the League One even. Yeah, we've got to get close to $1 million to have a chance at all, which I don't know if the budget's going to be there. I don't know if team's going to have it. One thing that's still in play is building a new stadium. I don't know if this has actually happened yet. I can't remember if we've actually gotten... They have plans, but I don't think we've actually gotten any funding for it yet. And I think the stadiums that we need for the next level up are bigger. So hopefully that hasn't happened yet. We can actually build a stadium for that next level up. That will be helpful for us. So, all right, well, let's go look at the team for a second because we've got some things to figure out here. I mean, potential-wise, we would draw the line here. Vickers would be the low end of the line, potential-wise. Maybe Aykroyd just as a backup squad player, potentially. I don't know that we have a place for Rowe, Cooper, McAvoy. Definitely not for Pollock, unfortunately. Wakely, and obviously Ward, whoever this guy is. He's just a guy that was sitting there as a placeholder for goalkeeper because we didn't have one. Ability or rating wise, the line definitely comes down to, honestly, it's Blair. Blair cannot be our starter next season. A 6.79 rating at this level is not going to cover it for next season. Clark didn't do so good. We might keep him out, send him out alone, see if he can improve. Price, we don't care about Price. He's going to be moving on anyway. We won't be extending his loan at this point. So yeah, I don't know. And we've got this new guy, St. Louis, who comes in as a striker. He's got 4.5 star potential. So we've got a lot of youngsters that have a lot of potential. Probably aren't going to be the ones that keep us up next season though. So yeah, what about transfer value? I mean, obviously we have to ignore Salisbury. Jones though, I mean, a couple $100K for him, that could go a long ways. But we want to keep him around if we can. Aykroyd, $100K for him, also could go a long ways. Again, he was the borderline one, right? So maybe if we can get $100K for him, maybe we do move him on. We definitely want to move Cooper on. We definitely want to move, where's Pollock? Pollock on. Hopefully we can get close to 50K, maybe 40K for him. That would be nice. We just got to move some of these guys on that just aren't going to stick around. Cooper, his contract ends at the end of the year, so he's gone anyway. We're not going to be able to get any money from him, unfortunately. Who else? Contract expires soon. Go back. Wakely's contract expires soon. We probably just let him go. He's on 650 pounds per week. He played well. There's no way he makes a step up, though. So we just need to let him disappear into the sunset. Again, Cooper, we just talked about. Harkin, I do want to keep around. Again, he has some more growth ahead of him. I mean, he's played well at this level. I don't know that he'll play well at the next level, but he's going to be a good, maybe rotation squad player or something like that. I do want to keep Harkin around, so I think we renew his. Rowe, we just let him move on, I think. He's not worth anything for us to keep around anyway. Ward, he's just a youngster. We ignore him. So these three are obviously on loan, and then we get into the guys that we could actually sell us on for some money because they're still on a contract. So yeah, I mean, extremely good season, right, guys? I mean, extremely good season. Obviously, these two losses here at the end, there's reasons for that. This mid-year slump, few losses, draws, things like that was very frustrating. But a lot of good wins. And we started the season so incredibly strong. It felt so good. 4-game wins. I mean, even going back to Rockdale, come on. That's a team from what, League 2? Yeah. So, I mean, even though it was a friendly, that felt really, really good, really solid there. And I was very happy to see a lot of that. How did we do on overall? I know we're going to go a lot over some of this in the end of season review. We didn't get a player with a goal leader, unfortunately. But that's partly because Pollock just kind of fell flat at the end. We did have assist leader with Harkin. That's why I feel like maybe we do need to try and keep Harkin around a little bit longer if we can at all. But if we go look at the, I want to go to stages. What I'm looking for, XG. No, it's not going to show us. Oh, unfortunate. Okay. What about, say, home record? We had the best home record. Away record, we had the best away record. First half, we were number one. What about second half? I bet we dropped off a little bit. We dropped off to second place over the second half. So we did enough in the first half to hold on to it, thankfully. Obviously, combined, we've saw that. And, of course, the media prediction had us at like 14th at best, and we still won the league. Extremely good season. But next episode will be the end of season review, end of league review, hopefully, for the last time. Hopefully, we don't come back. And a very, very important transfer special for figuring out how in the world we can stay up there in league levels and continue our push upwards. I don't know. That's the big thing again. Even if we get relegated, I'm so happy that we got pro. That's the thing we needed the most, because we needed to be able to start developing some youngsters and either selling them on to make some money or develop them into some 4 or 5 star, talents that can actually get us up there and let us stick. So that was the most important part about this. Staying up next season is just going to be icing on the cake. So we shall see. But I do appreciate you guys watching. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. If you are, please give us the video a like. Getting likes on the videos is always, always helpful. I really do appreciate it, and all the support in any other ways, comments, subscriptions, channel memberships, whatever you can do. It's always helpful for the channel. I really love doing this, and I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. And I hope you guys will come back for the all-important transfer special and our first steps into league play in the next couple episodes. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.